Good afternoon. Welcome back to Tractors, Trails, and Living Free. Hello viewers, welcome back to Tractors, Trails, and Living Free. On the 1-year anniversary of the release of our first video, I wanted to extend a special thank you to all who have viewed, commented, and subscribed to our channel. I also wanted to give some real background info on our channel and what it was like to start our small channel with little to no experience, low budget, and no special recording equipment. I was originally comparison shopping for a few years for a subcompact tractor, after seeing Tim from Tractor Time with Tim's channel using a class of tractor that I didn't even know existed. Before that time, my knowledge about available tractors was either small lawn and garden tractors or big expensive commercial farm tractors. I was getting myself educated through the process though, and was becoming aware of what were the features I desired in a subcompact tractor. I was perusing local auctions, and the first one I ever went to had a subcompact or compact tractor, which I believe was a John Deere 4115 with a loader. In retrospect, the price it went for was a bargain, but at the moment it was more than I was expecting to pay at an auction, and it didn't have a backhoe. Not to be defeated, I started keeping up on the local auction listings, looking for another deal to come along. Within a month or two, I saw a listing for a John Deere 430 which looked to be in good operable condition. We went to that auction on a Monday morning, and the first thing that hit me was the sheer size of that thing. To be honest, it still impresses me how big it is for a tractor which many of the old-timers bought for nothing more than mowing. I knew it didn't have all the features I was looking for, but it wasn't going to drain the savings picking it up and having some fun. Since I had viewed channels with tractor projects, I thought that maybe I would try my hand at something like that just for fun. Thankfully, my daughter had some limited experience in YouTube and editing raw footage into something resembling a decent video, and we just had my daughter and my wife filming what my son-in-law and I were doing. Thankfully, he brought some good experience to the channel, being that he grew up as a farm boy. Our first video was released on 9/12/2021. At that time, we had no idea what to expect or even if anyone would want to watch our channel, with my amateur hosting and our production being totally experimental. We were pleasantly surprised with 93 views on our first day. I didn't know if that was good or bad, but at the time it felt pretty validating and gave me reason to keep going. Believe it or not, when we first started this channel, I honestly only had about 4 ideas for videos, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do after that. We didn't put out our second video till about 5 weeks later. In retrospect, in our experience, we probably made a significant mistake by not releasing something out much sooner, but I guess we didn't know better. Nonetheless, we recovered from that and kept going. We have put out some winners and some dogs as far as audience reception goes, but over time, we seem to be building momentum. On Christmas Day, we released a video which was a solid video, but we had no idea that we were releasing our first viral video compared to everything else we had released in the previous 3 months. That was an amazing ride, being that video had over 2,300 views in 3 days. Now that may not sound like much compared to bigger channels, but for a small fish like we were, it was amazing. We built solid momentum for the next few months, and things were going really good. At our peak, which would have been in April to early May, we were getting 2, 3, or even 4 subs several days in a row. Our viewership was strong, our videos were getting up to 250 views in the first 24 hours. Again, this was big time for a little channel like ours. Our watch hours were on pace to reach our goals, and a predictive website had us reaching 1,000 subscribers by late October of 2021. Well, this was great, we thought. Little did we foresee what was coming. We were about ready to purchase our Massey Ferguson subcompact tractor, and with the new implement capabilities, our project options and video subject matter were significantly expanded. What a blessing it was that I found a great deal on that low-hour tractor, which was within an hour or so from me, with extremely low hours and at a fair price in my opinion. At that point in time, everything seemed to be going in the right direction with a high potential trajectory. So now, come back to earth, in my mind, I tend to think of this period as the Mother's Day slump. This is because with all that was going well with our channel, we released a video on Mother's Day. I remember checking the progress on my phone throughout the day while we were at a family get-together, and something just didn't seem right. The views were about 25 in the first day. No big deal, you can't win them all. Little did I realize that this was a trend that was going to bog our channel down for 3 months. Of course, like all small struggling channels, I felt like some hidden hand was hurting the channel. It didn't seem right to me. Our content didn't change, our thumbnails didn't change, our release frequency hadn't changed, and we didn't have any content in our family-friendly channel that would have put us in the virtual timeout corner. But in an AI that picks winners and losers, I felt as if our channel was just put into the loser group. It seemed as if nothing we could do would bring us out of the slump, even when we felt we had some solid content. Our channel went from around 600 views in a 48-hour period down to almost 200, with one day where we had less than 100 views. I'm certainly not knocking that, and I know there are some channels which would love to have that, but in your mind, your context is built from your experience, and from ours, it was pretty weak at the time. Of course, I was trying to figure out what I could do to try to get some momentum building again, thinking, well, if we did it once, we can do it again. We weren't completely stopped. We still picked up a subscriber or two every week. Not like it was before, but at least I knew someone was still seeing our content released. Unfortunately, when your sub count is counted in ones, you not only see the gains, but you also see the losses. I never really took that well, and to be honest, it still puts an overcast on my day. I, of course, like any small YouTuber, am always over-checking the analytics, and I would see our 48-hour view count occasionally get close to 300 views. Progress, I thought, but it was slow, and I wondered if the channel would ever get back to where it was before. Fast forward to late July and August. Seems like while ever so slow, our view graph was moving in a slightly upward direction, and around mid-August, it seemed like our channel was taking a decidedly upward step, and we were starting to get 3 to 7 subscribers a week. And that brings us to the present. 35 videos released in the first year, and we're almost back on track to where we were when the bottom fell out earlier this year. We have over 5,400 watch hours, over 63,000 views, and almost 400 subscribers. I'm not sure whether those numbers that are good or bad for a startup channel with our content type, but for 1 year it seems like something to be thankful for. That's where you, the viewers, come in. We realize that anything that could be called achievements on this channel are 100% dependent on you, the viewers, and even more importantly, the subscribers. I've always felt that our handful of viewers were a faithful bunch. Everything we did on this channel was organic, grassroots growth. Every sub was gained one at a time. No trading, no purchasing. Each subscriber that we picked up was presumably here because there was something about our efforts that attracted you to appreciate the effort we were making and that you wanted to see more. We at Tractors, Trails, and Living Free want to extend to all of you the most appreciative thank you we can. This has added to our lives, even through the slow times, and it has been an endeavor that we don't regret. We look forward to seeing what we can make happen in the coming year. As always, please help us in any of the ways that you're able in giving us a thumbs up, sharing the videos, and if you're hearing about us for the first time, subscribing. Leave a comment, say hi, let us know who you are. This will always be a family channel, and we extend the same warmth to our YouTube family. Again, thank you from Tractors, Trails, and Living Free. Again, we'll see you next time.